Hello, Insiders. This week I have a special guest, Patricia. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk about a feature that you've been working on that is still in exploration stage, may or may not ever make it out of the process. But I guess it's a new kind of experiment for Insider in that we're going to kind of maybe pull back the curtain on product development here. So maybe we can start with who you are and what you do at YouTube.
Sure. So I'm a product manager and I work at YouTube Analytics, YTA.
What's your take on YTA currently?
Well, it's not a simple product. And I also do some work on the side for Creator Insider, and I struggle myself to tell you, Tom, what to do next. And this is something that we definitely want to work on and improve on.
So tell me about what is that thing and why did we start exploring that area?
So we've talked to many of you, and what we've heard is that after publishing a video, it's a pretty stressful time. And YTA today doesn't really offer you that many real-time metrics, and it's very hard to tell how are these first minutes, first hours of your video performing. So the feature that we're working on right now is to help you to see how your current upload is doing compared to previous videos, but always comparing same time periods. So if you published 10 minutes ago, we want to let you know how your current video is doing compared to your previous videos when they were also 10 minutes old.
Yeah, so what I know I've done for Creator Insider is, well, we know like in the first day we get roughly this much traffic.
Like that's our job. We should be telling you how many views do you typically get, how many watch time minutes do you typically get from a video, and not have to keep these numbers in your head and always try to figure it out yourself.
There were a lot of like very spirited debates in the team about how to approach this.
Some ideas were, should we just give a thumbs up, thumbs down? Should we just tell you yellow, green, yellow, red? Another school of thought was, no, we should, give you the raw data. Now we're trying to go somewhere in between, where we still give you an opinion of how we think your video is doing, but also give you access to the actual numbers.
One of the cool things for this video could be if folks can chime in with where they would have landed on these debates, because it's not done yet. We're still kind of refining. So now you have a prototype that's in some kind of early testing, right? Yeah. And maybe what I'll do is, let me get my computer, and I think I'll pull up the Creator Insider one, and we will, in editing, put a screenshot of what you and I are about to look at. I'll take a screenshot right now, once I can remember my password. Come on, there we go. So I'm gonna go to, now this test is being conducted in the YouTube Studio Beta, which is where all new things will generally appear. So if you haven't tried out the YouTube Studio Beta, that's the place to go for early access to stuff. Now this one's only available at present to Creator Insider. I think we're like customer number 1.
That's right. We're dog fooding.
Yeah. So before I forget, I'm going to take a screenshot of this so we can, because this report is kind of ever evolving, right? Like if I were to take a screenshot 6 hours from now, it won't say the same things because it's always looking at kind of up to this moment how it's doing. So here we have our YouTube Partner Program follow-up video. This was a video where we responded to some remaining questions. And what I love is the ranking. Number 4 of the last 10. Oh, and then I hover over. I'll take a screenshot of that too. And it shows the kind of a leaderboard of all of your videos and how this video is stacking up the same amount of time. Okay, got that. What do you think has been controversial so far about this design in the team?
Well, as you see here, we have 2 comparisons. We have the comparison of this current video with your previous video and with the average of your previous 3 videos. And we know that these comparisons are not yet the perfect ones. For example, we know that many creators publish different kinds of formats. So if you take the past 3 videos, you might be mixing in different video formats that you're not interested in comparing against each other. We're definitely happy to get feedback on what metrics you would like to see here in this kind of card.
So if you had a magic wand and you were going to make 3 improvements to this current design, what would you do?
Number 1, I still think that it's not clear that we are comparing apples with apples, that we are taking the first, in this case 2 days, with the first 2 days of your other videos, and we're experimenting with some designs to make it crystal clear what this is really comparing. That's one thing that we need to tackle. Number 2, the comparisons that I already mentioned, that we know need further work, and perhaps adding functionality to let you pick what comparison you want to see here. And number 3, right now we have a limitation with the ranking. It's just the last 10 videos, and we don't really let you choose what metric you want to rank on. We just show you views, and we definitely want to explore other kinds of rankings.
Cool. I should also mention that this is appearing on the Creator Studio Beta dashboard.
That's right.
Which is also not broadly available.
No, not yet.
So I guess the good news is Creator Insider is not only a tool of communications from sort of the unofficial take on things, but it's a great way that we test new features that we are planning to deliver to creators from Creator Studio. If it were up to me, now I'd be curious to hear what other folks think about this. Like right now you compare for this video how you're doing on views, watch time, and duration. Like I really would love to know likes, number of new subs, maybe traffic from search and discovery from Watch Next would be interesting. Maybe views from my subscribers and then views from non-subscribers. Like I could think of a lot of things, but now we get into this debate where if other folks from the team were here, they'd be like, oh, there he goes again. He's gonna keep jamming all these things in. I'm not going full blood test mode, but I do think like right now we picked 3 rows, 3 things we compare that video against. Like would it be the end of the world to show 6 or... You know, I guess that's part of the debate, right? Because part of the debate is like, wait a minute, this is the channel dashboard. It has other things on it. We will want to add other things to it. Like, how much space should this new report take?
Especially right now, you only see 1 card for your last upload. The plan is to show you the same card for more videos.
Yeah.
So if we want to have maybe your last 2 or 3 videos, it might get a little bit overwhelming if we now show you 6 rows per video.
Yeah.
So I think that these are very, very valuable metrics. The question is, can you afford 1 click to get there?
All right, so cool. If you had a question for the audience on anything, it could be on this new report or about other stuff you're working on, what would you want to get more feedback on?
I would definitely like to understand what you guys are doing in the first minutes after you publish a video, and how can we make that experience the best possible experience in YouTube Analytics.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we get you back on the show as you've evolved it further? Because right now, to be clear, this is a report that's really in early product exploration mode. It's in early internal testing mode. It may or may not ever make it out there. But if it does get out there, it will probably look different than today's video.
Most likely, yes.
Most likely, and partly because of the feedback we're about to get from
I hope so.
the insiders out there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming, and hopefully we'll see you again real soon.
Thanks.
Keep it real.